was something I came across quickly. Like the whole thing came together, right? And we gonna get into it. Um, Salute to everybody that's here on this 4th of July. I was thinking about going live, but I just didn't have the right topic, you know. But when I came across this story of these celebrities who want to protest Roe v. Wade, right? By saying F America that's giving them all these opportunities. It just shows you how dumb these people are, you know. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Greatness 81. Says another beautiful day under the Biden administration. The gas prices are low. Inflation is low. Interest rates are low. Black unemployment is historically low. Roe v. Wade wasn't struck down. Open carry is illegal. Well, to them, to the Biden administration, they will say those things when it's the total opposite. But that's the delusion of these people. That's the delusion of these people, including Kim Kardashian. And we're going to get into it. Shout out to the moderators, the channel members, the patrons, the donators, like Greatness. So hopefully y'all had a good day today. A lot of you probably didn't have to work. Some of you probably did if you work in the food industry. I'm pretty sure you had to work today. Things are going crazy, man. These heifers, man. These heifers, man. I mean, Kim Kardashian got known for having a tape out with another male. This is crazy. Let's see who's here. It's Hey Dot, Sydney, Chris G, Antoine, Calvin, Terrence, Shantia, Franchise, Ednice, Paris, Trill, Ramir, Maul, MC, Mr. Trillis, let's see, Greatness, Brian, Be Fierce, Mox Nix, what's up? Matthew, Gerald. Then we got Gerald Wilson, Slim South, Trevine, Rhonda from New Jersey. Samurai was good. Hopefully y'all good where you at. If you want to, you can let me know where you're from. Where you from? What city you repping? What side of the country you repping of? You not even from this country. Y'all like, what is a 4th of July? What is this? What is a independence? What? I don't know what this is. What is this shit? I don't know. I'm telling you, man, these women literally got famous in America. Because let me say this too. If Kim K was in Saudi Arabia or if she was in Iran, let's say if she was in Egypt, do you think she would have gotten famous? It's good, Ryan. Henry. These heifers get famous like her with a sex tape. Right? It's crazy. Then we got people from Florida. He was from South Cac, Maryland, New Orleans. Somebody says LA. I don't know if that's Louisiana or if that's LA. Somebody from NC, Fort Lauderdale. Shout out to David Dice. Oh, let me get the notification. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat. But I just want to know if Kim Kardashian was from another country that was way more patriarchal and was anti-slur, would she be able to do these things? Dallas in the building. Mississippi was good. Toronto, New Orleans, Fayetteville, Jacksonville. Got a lot of Florida people, man. Florida always represents on this, you know. Okay, we got San Francisco. Where's out there? The Bay Area. It's only like 4 different places most people that listen to me from. They're either from Florida, they're either from California, New York, New Jersey, for the most part. Let's see. Where else? Maybe Texas, maybe. But those are like the only places. Like most of these other places don't, you know. Maybe one person one time from Chicago that called into the show. But it used to be the Bay Area calling now. You know, different parts of the country. They either here in the Southeast or they're on the West Coast, out there in Texas, or in New York, New Jersey.
LiAngelo ball home in 2017. Brittany Griner still in jail. What's the difference? Joe Biden is the best. Sarcasm. Happy 4th of July.
All right. Happy 4th of July. Appreciate that. Yeah, Brittany Griner she ain't doing that anti-American bullshit over there. You know? But we do have a lot going on. We got these celebrities talking about how they're not going to celebrate the 4th. We got this newest shooting that happened, which I kind of knew it'd be some fuckery going on the 4th of July. We should have known there was going to be some fuckery, and there was. In a city, in an area, in a state that is tough on guns, you know? Like, what else are you going to do? You ain't taking these people's guns. That's one thing that's never going to happen. And it will really be a civil war, whether you liberals understand it or not. Your comfortable life would be over because a lot of people own guns. So where you going to go and where you going to start? Again, like the stream people. What's good, Bronx side? I'm sick of these celebrity heifers. They all stand together. You got these male ally lunatics. They want to take guns. They're mad about Roe v. Wade. They're mad because men are stepping up. This is a new day and age, just like what did Vladimir Putin says. This is a new world order. You damn right. It's time for men to step up and say, F you heifers, okay? It's time to say F you heifers on this great day, okay? On this great day. And let me say this too to a lot of you feminists, you effeminate, lame, weak, moist males. You hate this country so bad, go over to Ukraine. They lost a whole bunch of citizens. If you want to go and be a citizen of that country, because you got the Ukraine flag in your bio, why don't you go over there? Kim K, why don't y'all move to Ukraine? Why y'all want to move to Ukraine? Why y'all not fighting on the front lines? I don't hear no women fighting on the front lines. Not one. There was some BS propaganda where they was talking about there was women on the front line. That's a lie. Ain't no women over there fighting. They got the hell out of Ukraine and they never came back. All you see is older, elderly women who are still there. Women who have lived through the tough times, who've dealt with a lot. They understand. They have a lot stronger mindset than a lot of you millennial and Gen Z heifers. Y'all don't understand what the tough times are. You don't understand adversity, and neither do you males. You males are weak. Pretending to like the WNBA. The WNBA is terrible. It is nowhere near it was 10, 15 years ago. Who's watching that? Y'all on Twitter pretending to watch that bullshit. Let's get to it. Now, there's some of those girls that can ball, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and watch a whole game unless it becomes lingerie basketball. Then maybe I'll check it out. And by the way, lingerie football. The girls that did lingerie football showed more talent and more ability than the WNBA players of today. And a lot of them weren't ugly. Okay? They weren't bullish. You know, they weren't dykish, so to speak. Who's watching the WNBA? Y'all dudes is lying. Y'all not watching the WNBA. Y'all getting on here looking crazy. Make sure y'all like streaming. Kim K, like, what's wrong? Like, a lot of these heifers, we need to get them and say, listen, you don't want to be here. Ukraine needs a whole influx of heifers. Let's send them over there. Oh yeah, we do kind of have the lingerie basketball. What do you call it? The buns league or something like that. I did a Patreon video on it. By the way, damn it, it's triple over my words. I uploaded a new video on my Patreon. I was not about to put that on YouTube because I had a whole video flagged talking about certain things in regards to these women. I'm not going there again. I talked about the multimillionaire heiress that slept with the 14-year-old multiple times in one day and thought she was gonna get away with it, but they put her in jail and she's gonna be there for a while. That's on my Patreon. Go check it out. As a matter of fact, let me put the links up. Because y'all know it's excellent commentary as always. I have to be careful what I put on YouTube because YouTube is always looking extra hard at what I put on YouTube for whatever reason. They care more. That's a video there. It's crazy out here, man. It absolutely is crazy out here. Hold up. Let me see if any of y'all sending cash outs because, again, they don't send me notifications when y'all send cash outs. I have to go look. Okay, Vern said something the other day. Shout out to Vern. Vern is always supporting, man. They like F Jada Black. We're not sending him notifications. We hate his content. All he does is talk about women. Y'all know I'm still getting messages from women wanting to know why I make videos about women. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like there aren't 10,000 other content creators that make videos that go in a lot more than I do, but you single me out. I don't even show my face on YouTube, but you single me out. Still getting those videos. It's crazy. And don't let me get started on the YouTube notifications. Don't even let me get started. But shout out to everybody that's here, everybody that supports. Go check out the new video on Patreon. And yeah, check that out. Now let's get to Kim K and the rest of these celebrity heifers. You know, it's amazing to me how you have a group of women who have everything. America has given you women everything. And all you want to do is virtue signal and talk about, well, they don't support Roe v. Wade. You heifers was attacked. You hated America before Roe v. Wade was overturned. Y'all been talking this, I don't support the fourth, I don't support America nonsense. You've been saying it. You've been saying it. But you won't move to none of these Middle Eastern countries that's patriarchal. Shout out to Patricia. I appreciate that, Patricia. Thank you. It's good, Daisy. Right, I'm all about the content. Always about the content. And shout out to the people that support it. And then you got Kim K, who's been given everything. Her sisters. You go to these other countries, yes, these European countries are going to know you, maybe these Asian countries. But if you go to some of these other countries with that nonsense, you will not be treated the way you're treated here. See, American women got to understand something. You're only going to have it easy over here, okay? You take this attitude to some of these other countries, they're not going to stand for it. There's a reason why their women are more feminine than you. There's a reason why men are going overseas to get a wife. It's because a lot of you women are unfeminine. You're ran through. You're not wife material. You have this feminist ideology. And you really think that's going to help you in regards to keeping a man. Kim K is literally dating a weirdo. She went from dating Kanye West to a famous weirdo. Because she wants to have a relationship like some of these other women have. They want to be the intelligent, competent one while they date a guy who looks like all he does is pop pills and party. Who needs a girlfriend to be his mom. That's why you will never see a Kim K with a guy that wears a suit, or a guy who's more of a businessman, a guy who is very, very competent. She doesn't want those type of men because her ideology is against that. Her ideology is against anything where a man is in a dominant position than her. She wants to date a man who she feels like she can control, that she can push it around. I even heard, they say that she said that Pete Davidson puts makeup on her when she's laying in the bed, like, or put some type of lotion or cream on her. Shout out to Trevon. Like, it's all about her. It's all about her. And these Americanized women don't understand that you make yourselves look bad when you get on here and you love to denigrate a country that's giving you every freedom that no other country will ever give you. I don't care if they have women running those countries. Look, what about the men, the laws? A lot of you American women will never have it as good here in these other countries. America, I would say this though. America politically is in very bad shape. But America in itself, for what it has, the resources that it has, there's a reason why all these people are coming here. There's a reason why all these people are coming here. Now, you do see some people here and there leave this country to go move elsewhere, but they didn't leave because they had to. They left because they wanted a new lifestyle change. Some people are minimal. Some people like it to be like a simple life. Maybe near some water, maybe in the mountains, right? Maybe in the snow. They lead a minimal life. They don't need the trappings of a culture that is very materialistic. Kim Kardashian has a following of women who are very materialistic. They want to be her. They want to wear what she wears, date the guys that she dates. Again, make sure y'all like the stream. And the thing also with Kim K, and I want y'all to understand something, is that we all have faults. This country has so many issues. Yes, absolutely. But you got to use some common sense and understand that you are in charge of your own destiny. If you will stop being lazy and living off the government, like a lot of these, especially in the black community, a lot of y'all are lazy. You don't want to do any better. You done quit your job. You're living off these checks that you're getting. You don't want to do any better, but you want to blame everybody else for why you're where you're at. You are where you're at. It ain't the government's fault. It's your fault. You are to blame. Y'all quitting jobs left and right because you don't want to work for nothing. It's not like you're starting your own business. You're just lazy. Even Kim Kardashian called a lot of people out for being lazy and not working hard enough. She apologized, but she knows that. Even though she made her fortune off of a sex tape that she lied about. This country has a lot of flaws, but I would not want to live anywhere else. I don't care what y'all say. You can talk about race, but let me tell you something right now. They had a whole military unit in Ukraine, the country that y'all sent for, that was basically very national. They were white nationalists. And they said I saw something where they said that there were Ukrainian people coming over here, or when they knew they were going to be around black people who may have been like helping and whatnot, they would be called the N-word by these people. And nobody raised an eyebrow on that. But y'all are simping for this country. We don't simp for African countries as hard as a lot of y'all are simping for a country that has a military unit that is very discriminatory towards anybody that isn't Caucasian. That is the weird thing about you people. You don't do no research. You look at what's said in the media and you believe it. You don't like this country? You think it has all these problems? Nothing is stopping you from getting a passport and moving out of here. The reason why you don't leave is because you're comfortable here and because you know you have it better here than any place else. I want you heifers to take this feminist BS to some of these other countries that isn't the UK or even some of these European countries. Why don't you take that attitude towards the Middle East, China, right? And let's see if they put up with it. I highly doubt they're going to put up with it. Kim K and the rest of these female celebrities know the truth, but they want a virtue signal. They know they're not going to have it good any other place but here. Y'all can say whatever you want to. If I had a problem with America, I'm not getting on Twitter and complaining about it. I'm going to leave. I'm going to get my passport and I'm going to leave and I'm never coming back. Y'all have options, but you don't exercise it because you know once you leave this soil, you ain't going to be treated the way you treated here, the way you treated. You're not going to be treated better in other places than you are here. Maybe if you got money and you can give people money, maybe they'll like you. But I think a lot of you are delusional. I really think a lot of you are highly, highly delusional. Now, this is the article I came across. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Jessica Chastain, media blasts America on Independence Day. As millions of Americans celebrate the nation's 246th birthday Monday, major media outlets and prominent liberals use the holiday to denigrate the U.S. While contrarian put-downs of the land of the free are second nature to social media malcontents, even the likes of NPR and ESPN got into the act this year with the nation's publicly funded broadcaster scrapping a reading of the Declaration of Independence and a self-proclaimed worldwide leader in sports, devoting prominent space on its website to a column bemoaning how America is tearing itself down. This is why I tweeted that ESPN has been a failure, has basically been, trash for years. I don't listen to NPR. A lot of those publications are very much so biased and they're very much so toe the corporate line. But ESPN, you're supposed to be sticking to sports. Why aren't you sticking to sports? You're not sticking to sports because you realize that you like Twitter.
Happy 4th of July.
Thank you, DHP. Appreciate that. You're supposed to be sticking to sports. You fired people because they wouldn't stick to sports. But here you are, ESPN. I guess you thought because it was going to be on your website, which nobody visits anymore, that nobody would see it. But we saw it, ESPN. And this is why you're a failure. This is why your network is a failure. The heifers on your platforms are failures. If they don't like this country, you can leave. Just like if I don't like a business, I'm never going to patronize that business. ESPN, you better hope people don't start dropping you from their cable listings, because I am seriously consider taking you off mine, because I don't even have to watch you unless it's football season. But I can. There are alternatives. There are alternatives where I don't have to watch you, and I think other people should do the same. I think other people should definitely do the same. These people are out of their minds. Let's see. For 33 consecutive years, longtime NPR Morning Edition host Steve Iskip celebrated the July 4th by reading out America's founding document. That ritual came to an unceremonious end this year. This July 4th, we break with tradition. Morning Edition co-host Layla Fidel on Twitter Monday, instead of a reading of Declaration of Independence, at NPR, Inskeep examines what equality means and has meant in this document. Important segment about our past and future. Let me tell you something, man. I saw a video of a World War II veteran. He's like 100 years old, right? Maybe y'all have seen it. And he was literally crying. He literally cried. He said this isn't the nation that he fought for, that other men fought for, that it has changed. It's because we are giving power to the most worthless people in our society. And when you give power to the mentally unstable, worthless people in our society, this is what the outcome is going to be. These people have no logic and common sense. You got women that are upset about Roe v. Wade because it's a blow to their ego, because they thought that society was going to be the future was going to be about them, but it's not. And other countries are starting to see that when you put women in positions of power, it's going to be nothing but destruction. When you pander to them, it's nothing but destruction. Many of our debates on this July 4th turn on what equality means, what voting rules really give equal access to the ballot. Do abortion laws give a woman's equal control of her body? At what point is a fetus entitled to equal rights? Inskeep, I cannot pronounce this guy's name, asked during an 11-minute segment. Well, listen, let me tell you something right now. If you take the life of a woman that's pregnant, you are charged with both of their lives, not just one. So yes, that fetus does, in some instances, have rights, because if a pregnant woman loses her life and you're responsible, that's two lives, not one. But tell these women that, right? There's no common sense. They want to use abortion as birth control. It's a blow to their ego. They thought that everything in our society would be revolving around them and what makes them who they are. No, okay? The Supreme Court's June 24 decision overturning Roe v. Wade, the 1973 ruling that guaranteed women the right to an abortion nationwide, animated many anti-American sentiments and gestures, like the double birds flip by Oscar-winning actress Jessica Chastain, an actress that, she's a good actress. I've known of her being in certain things, but does this help or hurt her career-wise? Because when you go political, it does hurt you. You're going to become, I will say, not a pariah, but you're going to be that actress, that political actress, and you don't want to be that. Okay? So I think that a lot of these women are virtue signaling, not understanding that it can affect your career. It can. Because once you become that type of actress, that's all people are going to know you as. They're not going to care about your Oscar award. Will Smith won an award and he smacked somebody in the face in the same show. He's never going to recover from that. So other A-listers voiced similar sentiments about honoring the holiday in the wake of Roe v. Wade. Both Kim Kardashian and mom Kris Jenner shared a post to both their Instagram stories that read, 4th of July has been canceled due to a shortage of independence. Sincerely, women. That is rich, coming from women who built their careers off of black men giving them the D, okay? Representative Anna Asho, I think that's how you say her name, claimed on Twitter that this 4th of July is overshadowed by the dark reality of the Supreme Court decision that makes half America less equal. Aww. Let's see. Instead of celebration and barbecues, many are opting to do the most American thing they can do: protest peacefully. And that vein, Claudia Conway, the daughter of former Trump administration staffer Kellyanne Conway, and political pundit George Conway marched in an abortion rights protest in New Jersey and questioned why Americans should buy into the July 4th propaganda. Don't you just love these American white women just hating a country where, let me tell you something, you American white women, the only value you have in the world is being able to be, the jump off of a Saudi Arabian billionaire or prince, right? Because you can say this here, but say this in some of these other countries, okay? We are not free. Why should we be celebrating independence when not all of us have independence? Oh, we don't? I didn't know we still in slavery. Are we still in slavery? I didn't know we were enslaving white women. Are we doing that now? And that's why we're out here fighting for our reproductive rights and challenging the overturn of Roe v. Wade by the Supreme Court. Said, well, good luck trying to change that because it ain't going to happen. Not in our lifetime. But you can keep trying, but it ain't going to happen. ESPN, speaking of a failure, ESPN's Howard Bryant penned his thoughts on the holiday in the column headline, Baseball, Barbecue, and Losing Freedom this 4th of July. That's the same Howard Brown that was beating on his wife. He beating on that woman, but he don't like this country. Howard, come on, brother. We don't even care what you got to say. But let's get back to Kim K. Listen. I want y'all to understand that these people get online and they virtue signal because it's popular. It's very popular to virtue signal. But what have these people actually done for anybody? Like Kim K, what have you actually done except make your fortune getting the D from black men? That's who you are. That will always be your legacy. Not you pretending to try to be a lawyer. Not you, building a brand and you think that you built it on your own. You built it off of the D of black men. And that's all you're going to be known for. You built your career of getting the D from black men. Black men made you. You owe everything you have to black men. Black men created a monster with this particular female. And I think they all know this. They're like, well, we created a monster. The only one that didn't make their career off of black men is Courtney. She's the only one. But you, Chloe and her 15 surgeries, Kylie and Kendall do nothing but use black men to further your own agendas. And that's what you're going to be known for. Make sure y'all like the stream. Let's get the likes up too. Black men are the reason why you've gotten where you've gotten. And you need to understand that. You don't understand that. You didn't do hard work. No, you were on your back on a tape with Ray J, and that's how you got where you are. Let me go back to Howard Bryant. It is Independence Day in America with independence under current and relentless assault. Bryant wrote, from Miranda rights to the environment to the separation of church and state to guns, so many guns. People are reeling. The U.S. Supreme Court has run a chainsaw through two generations of Americans have known to be the legal baselines of their lives. Tens of millions of women today do not feel freedom and certainly are not celebrating independence, and the people who can become pregnant, who feel celebratory toward the court, may do so from the victory of their position, but nonetheless remains true that the power of choice and the right to privacy has been taken from all of them, he opined. From Howard Bryant, the guy who beat his wife, got arrested for fighting the police, And we supposed to hear that from Howard Bryant. It always the dudes that be abusive and weird that want to talk about women's and their privacy and their rights, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You see people, this is where we're at with people like this, okay? Kim Kardashian, women of her ilk, like her sisters, they have built a blueprint that women are following today. I've done plenty of videos on them. You got all these women, these quote-unquote Instagram models. They will date these athletes, and then when a relationship fails, they think they're going to pull a Kim K by trying to expose him, you know, for whatever reason, right? They follow her blueprint. Or they'll drop photos of them with the guy or a tape with the guy, right? They follow her blueprint. It's always the ones who ain't never really been in nowhere really of note. Like, these types of people know nothing about our society. They know nothing about what is going on out here. And I really encourage y'all to not listen to these people. And you know what's funny? I have some of these women get upset with me when I make videos about them trying to make a name. You're not going to make no name off no athlete. That's why I make videos about you heifers. Y'all trying to make a name off these athletes, and I'm not going to let you. I'm going to make my content, and I'm going to show the world that you're a joke. And you're just looking for attention. All right? Whenever you do fails, and it's going to fail, I'm going to be right there to go in on you and expose just how weird and crazy you heifers really are. You're not going to make no name off no black athletes no more. You're not going to become Kim K. You're not going to build no brand. A lot of you don't even have what it takes to build a brand. The one thing I could say about Kim Kardashian, she has a plan. None of you slores have plans. You don't have any plans. You slores have no plans whatsoever. You don't even know what you're going to do tomorrow. So people understand this. Our society is overrun by attention-seeking females like this. Then you got these weak males that all they just want to do is sleep with these women. Then they want to get mad with you when you try to say, hey, you know, these women are out here trying to destroy a man's reputation. You know, I think that we should look into this. They're like, no, why are you doing this? You're shaming her. It's like, what? Like, what? So we should just look the other way when you see these women trying to destroy the reputations of men who work their ass off to get to where they're at. And yes, you have to point out the fact these guys make a lot of mistakes when it comes to the women that they choose. They make a lot of mistakes. But the one thing I'm not going to allow is any of these women to think they're going to build a brand of anybody. And if I can help it, they won't. I don't care what any of you say. Because a lot of you dudes go through the same shit, but you try to, I would say, mask it. You know, you try to block it out. But a lot of you guys are just, you know, you're victims. You're victim of a woman who destroyed your life, but you don't want to say nothing. But she did. It's like the Kardashian Jenner sisters. They have destroyed black men. And then you got, and the sad thing is, you got males talking about you're shaming these women. It's like, bro, I see you go through most shit with women than anybody. You know, the one thing I can say, I don't go through anything with women right now. You know why? Because I prioritize my life to where I only surround myself with women that can either help me and work with me, or I just, you know, there's women I don't deal with. A lot of you guys are so thirsty and so simpish, you'll deal with a chick as long as she look good. And then that's when you screw up. But then you want to get on here and pretend like you're not going through it. You going through it. We've all seen it. We've all seen it. And the fact that you got people that don't want you to say nothing, they don't want you to say nothing. They want you to let it go. You know, there's more important things to worry about. You got heifers trying to usurp this democracy. What are you talking about? They're violent. They're doing all these stupid, goofy rallies with you beta males there with them. What are you talking about? I can tell you guys aren't real. You're clowns. That's why you no respect. Happy 4th of July to everybody that's here, man. But they're out here protesting, getting violent, twerking everywhere. Y'all seen that video of them twerking? It's like, how's this a rally when you're out here twerking? And you're trying to rally for women and get and for more respect, but you're twerking. You got bad you got bad built heifers out here twerking. I can't, man. You got bad built heifers out here twerking, man. It's black women. You just love to go out and just put on a show for Caucasians, ain't it? Y'all love to go out there and put on a show for Caucasians. Out there twerking at these rallies, not rallies. You're twerking at these protests, putting on a show for these Caucasians. And y'all wonder why you're the worst out here when it comes to dating? Shout out to everybody this here, man. Just putting on a show for the white man. And you wonder why you ain't getting no respect? This is where we at, man. Let's see. Let's go to. Okay, let's see. Is this? Okay, this is it right here. I want to find a video. Whoa, nah.
We have become a country of weak men. Most cannot lead a family the right way. If you lead the right way and she don't follow, drop her and move on. Right.
Appreciate that, Mr. 86. Bro, they have a woman that supposedly is a state senator that is twerking. Like, you cannot make this up, man. You cannot make this up, man. Oh no! Let me find out. This is an actual state senator. Let me find out this woman is a state senator. I am going to. Okay, y'all go look up a woman. Shout out to Jaye Press.
You need another channel. Call it Heffa Central. Exposing these heifas. Skull rolling on the floor laughing.
Appreciate that, Jaye Press. I might have to, man. Some of these videos I'm coming across, man. Shout out to Libs of TikTok, man. She's done it again, man. There's a Rhode Island state senator by the name of Tiara Mack. She's a Democrat. She made a video encouraging people to vote for her. She also sponsored a bill for teaching kids queer inclusion, pleasure-based sex ed. You cannot, and this is a black woman because her name is Tasha, and she's in Rhode Island. Let me tell you black women something. Y'all just love making the race look bad. Let me show y'all how badly this female is making a race look bad.
Block athletes choose these problems.
I agree. Appreciate that. This is your Rhode Island state senator out here twerking. Let me show. Can I show y'all the description? This is the description right here. Y'all see it? Hold up. This is the description right here. A Rhode Island state senator, Tiara Mack, who's a Democrat, made this video encouraging people to vote for her. It says Mack District 8. This got to be the hood. This got to be the hood, man. Who vote for her but a bunch of simps? Because she knows it. She knows ain't nobody going to vote for her but a bunch of single mothers, a bunch of simps are going to vote for her. Let's check out this. This is
Vote Senator Mack.
Oh my God. Y'all, they think that we make this up. They think we make this up. I told y'all they love making a race look bad. And this is a state senator from Rhode Island. This is Tiara Mack. Rhode Island State Senator Tiara Mack. She made this video on her TikTok page. Ain't nobody gonna vote for her except for a bunch of simps and a bunch of single mothers and their gay male friends. That's the only people that's gonna vote for this ever. And this is on a white.
Vote Senator Mack.
Yo, Liv's a TikTok ain't shit for putting this up, man. Liv's a TikTok ain't shit for putting this up, man. Yo, Liv's a TikTok is crazy for putting this video up, man. I'm telling you, man, ain't nobody gonna vote for her but a bunch of simps and a bunch of single mothers and their gay male friends. That's the only people that's gonna vote for her. She in District 8. If you're from Rhode Island and you're watching, she might be representing your district. She might be representing your district. See, y'all wonder who makes the race look bad? I mean, hands down, nobody makes the black race look bad more so than these black women. Anything for attention. You can't even make an ad being more sophisticated, right? Y'all claim to be educated. Why don't you use it? No, you got to use your body. That's why we're taking L's out here.
Let me also add the block race is like the NY Jets.
Appreciate that, Saliva. Like what? I think she is alphabetical too. I don't know. She could be, but you can't tell. These women be sleeping with anything. Like, this is crazy. And she's supposed to be representing a district? Is this a new district? This is where we're at, people. And y'all getting mad when men bring this stuff up? Like, that got to be the hood. District 8 got to be the hood out there in Rhode Island. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, that's on me. That's my bad, my fault. But if you got to do this to get people to vote for you, you know your audience, and your audience is the people that you're representing are probably people that look like you. You know? And she responded. Hold on. She's responded. She's responded to this nonsense. Let me get back on here. Because they have the thread here. This is Tasha Max. And shout out to Libs of TikTok. Libs of TikTok be exposing these weirdos, man. 304 district. It might be the district 304. Says really excited for the House sex ed bill hearing later today. I think I heard her before. Teaching comprehensive queer inclusion, pleasure-based sex ed was a highlight of my time teaching. That's crazy. This one was teaching. And this was her response, I guess, to getting her video tweeted out. Says, damn, twerking upside down really makes the conservative, unhinged internet accounts pop off on Monday. And this moron she wants to teach your children sex education. I want to put this tweet up. This is what Kim Kardashian is fighting for, women like this. These are the weirdos that we need to get rid of in positions of power and authority. This is why every other country thinks that we are soft, and we are. We don't intimidate anybody, okay? Because we have people like this that is more concerned with teaching your children how to pleasure themselves. These are the weirdos that we have to deal with. Look at this.
This is Black Girl Magic Family, SMH.
Gerald, appreciate that, man. I mean, this is what we have going on in our society, you know, and it's sad, man, because it's becoming abundantly clear that these people are, the people are starting to reveal who they are, man. They really are, because these celebrities want to get mad about Roe v. Wade because it takes away their birth control, because abortion is birth control now, and also you have these weird teacher. Senators that want to teach your children things that the children should not know. Children should not know anything sex-based until they are old enough to drive a car and work a job. Then you can teach them about the birds and the bees, but their parents should teach them about the birds and the bees, not some weirdo queer teacher that want to teach them other things besides the birds and the bees. She wants to teach them what the birds and the bees be doing and how they do it. She probably bi. I don't think she's a lesbian. I don't know. Most of these chicks are not lesbian. Most of these chicks go both ways. They like men and women. Because a lot of these chicks got about 3 or 4 children. They claim they like women, but you got 3 or 4 kids. And probably done had countless abortions. Like they just in a total embarrassment. It's a total embarrassment, and they don't have no shame either. They're happy to go embarrass the race, and they claim something is wrong with you. I mean, but shout out to everybody that's here, man. Listen, we got more stupidity, family. We got more stupidity. I really don't want to play some of this, but I got to show y'all what's going on out here, man, to reinforce your views and my views on how we feel.
Girl just came up to me and
look at these white women. Look at these middle-aged, middle-class white women, soccer moms who have a hate towards this country. I really wish y'all would just renounce your American citizenship and move to Ukraine. Ukraine needs citizens. Why don't y'all move to Ukraine with your Ukraine flags? Go rep your second country. Just mentally ill, man.
Dumbo Trump flag. And I said, my Dumbo Trump flag. I don't have one of those. And yes, she calls him Dumbo. I just never corrected her. And she goes, yeah, you do. This one. And I feel like it's kind of profound. Did he ruin the flag for anybody else? Just me?
I'm 46, and when I turned 50 and my husband is all better, we plan on moving out of this country and somewhere else in the world.
Good. We glad. Why is it taking you 4 years? So, yeah, go ahead and move. Ukraine needs more people. You can go there.
No idea where yet, just not here. So my question is there a place we can move that people would be happy to have us, that we're not gentrifying or colonizing?
I bet she's going to move anywhere there isn't black people. I want y'all to understand something about these white liberals. They hate black people. Look how they're acting towards Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas is one of 6 conservative judges that voted in favor of overturning Roe v. Wade. But a lot of the white liberals, it ain't even black people, it's a lot of white liberals singling him out. They hate black conservative men like Clarence Thomas because he's not weak and he has his principles and he's going to stick to those. And they're not going to move next to any of you Negroes. I want y'all to understand that. They hate you too. You Negroes, they hate you too. Tell a white conservative you're conservative. Watch he or she go off, become a complete Karen. I was about to say Klansman, but a complete Karen. A Klansman too. They become a Klansman too.
Is there a way to do this? I don't want to be a problem, but I need to get the fuck out of this country.
If you walk up in a good ass mood,
leave. There's plenty of space over in Ukraine for you.
Today you put on your red, white, and blue. Please go buy a gallon of gasoline, pour it on yourself, and then light that bitch up. Because what?
This is somebody that goes to work faithfully every day, probably. Or probably don't work. She probably lives in a car.
The fuck?
At this point in my life, a pickup truck with an American flag attached to the...
Liberals loves Ukraine. Conservatives love Russia.
Appreciate that, Saliva. I don't know. Because you have the warmongering conservatives out there too. It's like, I hate Russia.
Man, the Stupamatronics is mad real. And sadly there's nothing the intelligent can do about it.
Appreciate that, Zeke.
SMH.
Shout out to you.
Back, speeding down a street, gives me pause, and I look for safety.
There's nothing like leaving America to remind you that you are traumatized. I'm in Spain right now, and being here has only made it more obvious that, like, I move through my everyday life in America as someone who expects aggression when I enter a space, and someone who expects harm.
I was driving around yesterday with my...
Well, that didn't make any sense. So if you're in Spain, you should be fine, right? The Spaniards probably calling you the N-word too. You seen that picture of that Spanish basketball team years ago mocking Chinese people.
Husband and we kept seeing American flags everywhere for 4th of July, and
No more hot girl summer.
Right, Sonny. Appreciate that. Yeah, they gonna still try to have a hot girl summer.
am I the only one that Trump has ruined the flag for? Because now I just see American flags and go, oh yeah, those are probably assholes.
See, there's another person talking about with purple hair talking about Trump ruined the flag. It's because they hate the energy that Trump comes with. He doesn't have that Joe Biden, Barack Obama energy, and they hate that.
Am I the only one that like looks at American flags? And I'm just like, ugh.
Princess.
Like someone just.
We got a male princess here. He's upset.
Came on the beach with America.
I want to know, how many N-words have you called black people, ma'am? How many N-words have you called black people? Because I'm pretty sure, listen, the gay community loves to be racist. They won't tell y'all that, but that happens. Ask black gays.
And quad chair. And they're giving me a very, like, Trumpy vibes. I don't think American flag is, like, very Trumpy now, and I'm just like, I can't. I just cannot with any of it.
I'm at the point with this country that, like, all this 4th of July decorations doesn't sit well with me, because we're at a point where the American flag on any piece of anything, hanging from your house, on your shirt, hanging from your fucking car, on a sticker on your car, whatever, it looks racist. Like, the fact...
It's rich her saying something is racist. She gives off, I can tell you right now, she gives off the energy of a woman that dates nothing but Caucasian men. I just get that from her. But here she go talking about racism.
That it was the symbol of, like, the protests against masks, and it was the symbol for all lives matter and blue lives matter. It's like, it screams racist to me. It screams colonizer.
She dates nothing but Bobs and Tims. Bobs and, like, Jims. That's who she dates.
This has been a complete communist playbook brainwashing of our people. Look at the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Mr. 86.
It screams, I don't season my food. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to celebrate 4th of July anymore. 4th of July is officially canceled.
I am looking for employment opportunities outside of the United States. I have a bachelor's degree in social work.
But why are you not on LinkedIn? Why are you on TikTok? You need to get off TikTok and go to LinkedIn and submit whatever resume is there to find a new place of employment outside of the United States.
My associates was in human services, specializing in addiction, and have many years in that field. I also have many years in customer service, ranging from things like bartending to making coffee to serving. Really, I'm willing to do anything as long as it gets me out of this country.
Paris says she dates Trevors, right? She dates Trevors and Bobs and Jimmy's, like that's who you dating talking about race. But that who you dating though. Shout out to Gerald. Gerald Wilson, appreciate that, man. Says keep up the great work, bro. Thank you for the cash out, man. All these white women complaining. Y'all ain't going nowhere though. Y'all getting on TikTok. You should be on LinkedIn. You should be looking for a new place to stay in another country. Listen, I've seen these shows, right? I've seen these shows where these people will search for homes in different countries. Like you got Americans that will move to New Zealand or they'll move to Australia. Y'all seen those shows on the I think it's what is it the network that they do a lot of home redecorating, remodeling. I've seen people go and look for homes outside of America who are Americans. Why don't y'all do that? Get your ass off of TikTok, go to LinkedIn, search for employment in different countries instead of getting on TikTok. A lot of you are not going nowhere. You're just upset. You're upset. A lot of you white women have been given everything and you throw it away because you're in your feelings. Let me tell you white women something. You've gotten close to the sun, but your hand has been smacked down because you realize you will never have the power that you thought you were going to have, because there will always be a man there, whether he be liberal or conservative, that's always going to stand in your way. And I think a lot of you are starting to understand that. You thought you was going to run this, but you ain't running nothing, okay? Yeah, it's HGTV, right, HGTV. Though you got people who are from America or wherever, they will go and search for housing in different countries, right? Y'all can go do that. It's cheaper too. Some of these countries have it's very cheap as far as buying a house is concerned. It's a lot cheaper than it is here. So it would be a good choice to leave the States if you can and move to a different country where it'll be less expensive. You know, men have been doing it forever. They've been finding, a lot of low cost living. I'll show y'all that. I got to see if there's more. Got to make sure because these threads it's tough out here in these threads. The number, all these white women complaining is crazy to me. Y'all benefit from America more than anybody. Y'all benefit from these freedoms more than anybody. You've been put on a pedestal by this society. And you're like, F that, we want more. More of what? They want more, it seems like. But you're not going to get more. You're not going to get more, white women. You've gotten as far as you're going to get. They allowed y'all to make you believe that you could have power in this country. But you've only been given those opportunities. And you're starting to realize that you really don't have no power out here. It's always going to be men like Joe Biden that's going to be standing in your way. Even if he's lost his mind and feeble, there are other men who are controlling him, not none of you women, okay? No matter how much they virtue signal, putting rainbow flags on military bases and trying to retrain the Navy. Now, this heifer right here was triggered by American flags. You white women are disgusting.
American flag make you...
Not all, but you liberal, black people hating liberals. You know you hate black people. Stop pretending like you don't. Black people move to your neighborhood, you're leaving, okay? You liberal-minded white women are crazy. You're out of your mind, and you know you are. You hate America because you didn't get the power you thought you were going to get. You really thought Hillary Clinton was going to get it, but she did not get it, okay? And they don't like Kamala no matter what they say. White women cannot stand Kamala Harris. They would roast her any chance they got.
Now, I asked this question because on July 4th, me and my family were celebrating and shooting off fireworks, and a Jeep was coming down the street, so we had to get out of the street. And as the Jeep went by, it had 2 American flags flying high. And in the South, that typically means Trumplicans and Trump supporters and all that wonderful shit. But I looked at my neighbor and I asked her if she got a knot in her stomach when she saw the flag now. And she said, yes, she did. And I just attribute that to the insurrection. I attribute that to all the Proud Boy and white supremacist waving the flag high and just the Trump tards. And so I feel this way. I really do.
No, you don't. You love it. Y'all love drama just as much as black women. White liberal women love drama just as much as black women do. Don't let them fool you. Okay? These women love drama. They be watching, listen, man, they watch a lot of the drama that black people go through, and they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. I wish I could be in that. They love drama. Deep down, they want to be a black woman, but they don't want, they still want to be white as far as opportunities and things of that nature. But deep down, they want to be, that's why they support women like a Cardi B or a Meg Thee Stallion, because in their minds, they feel like, I want to be like that. I want to be in a community full of simps and men who are not going to challenge me in my power. They want to be that. But they understand at the end of the day, they benefit from having men in power positions. But these women love drama. That's why they get on TikTok. You look at these TikTok videos, man, nothing but white women complaining. Why are you white heifers complaining about anything? Look at what you've been given. You are ungrateful as fuck. And you better be glad that there are white men that want to preserve their race. I ain't even got no problem with that. Preserve your, like the Caucasian woman at that Trump rally that said that that the Roe v. Wade overturning is saving white lives. I don't care. You know why? Because it's going to save black lives. That's the opposite of that. Who cares? But women like this are the reason why this country is deteriorating. Okay? And then they think they got black people on their side. Black people look at you like you're crazy too. Because how can you hate a country that's giving you so much? This is what happens when you don't have any turbulent times. Like I told you about the women who stayed in Ukraine, did not leave through all the stuff that went on. Because they've been through turbulent times. They understand how to be, you know, how to persevere. These women don't. These women would run at the first sign of trouble.
Big facts. The liberal woman is an agent of chaos.
Right, Bilderberg boy. Appreciate that, man. You've been given everything and all you do is complain. You bitch and complain when you've been given everything. What a joke.
How does the American flag make you feel now? I asked this question because on July 4th,
Umar is right. Stay away from these others.
Me and my family were celebrating and shooting off fireworks, and a Jeep was coming down the street, so we had to get out of the street. And as the Jeep went by, it had 2 American flags flying high. And in the South, that typically means Trumplicans and Trump supporters and all that wonderful shit. But I looked at my neighbor and I asked her if she got a knot in her stomach when she saw the flag now. And she said, yes, she did. And I just attribute that to the insurrection. I attribute that to all the Proud Boy and white supremacist waving the flag high and just the Trump tards. And so I feel this way. I really do.
No, you don't. Again, women like this love drama. They love drama. They be in the shade room and some of these other platforms all the time commenting, watching. They like drama. Their lives are so boring that they have to get on TikTok and create problems. They have to create problems. Let's go back to this. Speaking of unstable, let's go back to this. Unstable. Jesus Christ. Let's go back. White women complaining. Don't you love it?
Could play with my Dumbo Trump flag. And I said, my Dumbo Trump flag. I don't have one of those. And yes, she calls him Dumbo. I just never corrected her. And she goes, yeah, you do. This one. And I feel like it's kind of profound. Did he ruin the flag for anybody else? Just me?
I'm 46, and when I turned 50 and my husband is all better, we plan on moving out of this country and somewhere else in the world.
Good.
No idea where yet.
Bye.
Just not here. So my question is there a place we can move that people would be happy to have us, that we're not gentrifying or colonizing?
Yeah, you can go to, again, Ukraine, these citizens, man. Y'all think they're going to win this, so why don't y'all go there? If you think Ukraine is going to win that special military operation against Russia, why don't y'all move there? Why y'all not moving there? Why you not fighting on the front lines? Why you not with your, because the reason why I'm bringing up Ukraine is because a lot of these same type of people have Ukraine flags in their bio. So are you a citizen of that country? Do you have dual citizenship? Did you get new citizenship there? Like, we need to know these things, because if you plan on leaving, why don't you go to your second home that you've never been to?
Is there a way to do this? I don't want to be a problem, but I need to get the fuck out of this country.
If you woke up in a good ass mood today, you put on your red, white, and blue, please go buy a gallon of gasoline, pour it on yourself, and then light that bitch up.
Does this chick look like anybody that's mentally stable? Like, seriously. And I bet you she's not even from this country. How many of y'all want to bet she's probably either from the Caribbeans, second generation? She might be from an African country. Because I bet you she's not even doesn't even have roots here in America. Because, yeah, we got a lot of you foreigners from other countries, second generation, might I add, that are complaining about America, the country that your family fled to. So if it's so bad here, and again, I ain't got no issue with other countries, but I have to be honest. If your roots aren't originally from here, why aren't you there? That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know. Y'all come here with this hate. You can take that shit back to where you came from.
Because what the fuck?
At this point in my life, a pickup truck with an American flag attached to the back, speeding down a street, gives me pause, and I look for safety.
There's nothing like leaving America to remind you.
Now this female here she's in Spain. Like, she moved to another country, probably short term, and she's about to tell you why she doesn't like a country she's no longer in. Meanwhile, if she ever got into a Brittany Griner situation, who's she calling? She calling Joe Biden. You know?
That you are traumatized. I'm in Spain right now, and being here has only made it more obvious that, like, I move through my everyday life in America as someone who expects aggression when I enter a space, and someone who expects harm.
I was driving around yesterday with my husband, and we kept seeing American flags everywhere for 4th of July. And am I the only one that Trump has ruined the flag for?
We have the white liberal starter kit. We got the purple hair, we got the lip ring, we got the chest tattoos. Whenever you see a woman like this, you definitely know not only does she vote Democrat, she's probably out of her mind. Okay?
Because now I just see American flags and go, oh yeah, those are probably assholes.
Am I the only one that, like, looks at American flags and
we got Princess here?
Ugh. Like, someone just came on the beach with American flag chair, and they're giving me a very, like, Trumpy vibes. Everything American flag is, like, very Trumpy now, and I'm just like, I just cannot with any of it.
this country that like all this 4th of July decorations doesn't sit well with me because we're at a point where the American flag on any piece of anything hanging from your house, on your shirt, hanging from your fucking car, on a sticker on your car, whatever, it looks racist. Like the fact that it was the symbol of like the protests against masks and it was the symbol for all lives matter and blue lives matter. It's like it screams racist to me. It screams colonizer. It screams I don't season my food.
Says
You know
the
what
girl
I'm saying?
that probably dates outside of her race 98% of the time. You talking about race. You know, we know what type of guys you're probably dating, okay? So when you talk about race, you sound stupid. All right? Honestly though, I ain't got no problem with who none of y'all date, because I know somebody's gonna say, well, Jay, you're shaming who should date. Who's date? No, I'm not. The reason why I'm saying that is because somebody sent me a video of a female who is from Australia, I believe, New Zealand, and she is either Indian or she is Aboriginal. She might be Aboriginal. And she talked about how the Caucasian guys there didn't like her because she's Caucasian. And no, they didn't like her because she wasn't Caucasian. They'll make comments about how, you know, this guy that she's trying to talk to doesn't like brown girls, so to speak, right? And so she was crying on her TikTok video because white guys didn't find her attractive, and they would talk about how they don't date girls like her. And she also said that the words of a white man carries a lot of weight. That's what she said. That's what she said. The word of a white man carries more weight. There was a female YouTuber that cried when a Caucasian guy called into her show and agreed with what she was saying and was going in on black men, and she cried. So, I mean, maybe that's true, you know?
I don't want to celebrate 4th of July anymore. 4th of July is officially canceled.
I am looking for employment opportunities outside of the United States. I have a bachelor's degree in social work. My associate's was in human services, specializing in...
The modern Western feminist is exporting chaos all over the world. They add no value and suck nations dry and move on to the next nations.
You said that swing out.
Marxism ruined these ladies. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, man.
Addiction and have many years in that field. I also have many years in customer service, ranging from things like bartending to making coffee to serving. Really, I'm willing to do anything as long as it gets me out of this country.
Well, you know, by all means, leave. Nobody's forcing you to stay here.
My fur-girl just came up.
Nobody's forcing y'all to stay here. Y'all can leave. Kim Kardashian, you got resources. You can leave too. Y'all want to sit here and complain, which makes no sense, because if we go to war and we divided like this, we're going to be destroyed, because you already got this lunatic Joe Biden administration wanting beef with China, which is ridiculous to me, because we get a lot of our imports from over there. Nike gets a lot of a lot of their business over there. A lot of American companies do, which is why I don't understand the people just, you worry about the wrong shit. You really do. And a lot of you people are just, but that's y'all party, not y'all here, but that's y'all party. Y'all that support and defend that perv in the White House. Him and his son are pervs. And look at what they got us into. They done got us almost in a war with two countries in Russia and China. Why? Because they're afraid that they're no longer going to be considered the top. Like, why would that even be your priority? You got to worry about what's going on here. And that's why they wanted Trump out of office, because he was more concerned about America than about being number one, and trying to go to war with all these different countries. I tell you right now, we go to war with anybody that's not a small Middle Eastern country. And by the way, you know, I'm thinking about doing a politics channel. I think I need to do a politics channel, man. That's just something I just been wanting to do and want to do. It's about just the timing, right? Because I can talk politics, even though I'm not. Over the years, it was a time where I would talk a little politics, and I stopped for a long time. I'm thinking about getting back into it with a channel and going in, okay? Because a lot of this stuff needs to be said. We're supporting a country that had a military unit that was racist.
Let the feminist move to the Ukraine.
Appreciate that, man. Swastika tattoos, calling black people N-words. I think I need to do politics again. I stopped doing that for years because I wanted to focus more on entertainment content because there's just so much bullshit y'all just don't know about that's going on, man. And I don't want to talk about it because it's stressful. Politics are stressful. It really is. And that's why I have not gone in that lane. But I feel like I have to. I have to, man. The situation in Ukraine, America's bleeding this country dry. Y'all don't even know. The UK is a clown show. They're not the country, but they're ran by Boris Johnson, who said that Vladimir Putin was the epitome of toxic masculinity. Like, there's a lot going on. Our country is being bled dry. They're trying to get us into a war with a country with nuclear weapons, 2 of them. Like, what the hell are you thinking? We got an army full of, somebody say, we have a they-them army. Yeah, they're trying to teach pronouns to the Navy, man. We have a they-them army where you have to use the proper pronouns and you got to wave your rainbow flag. That's the type of army we have. We are in no position to go to war with anybody. That's why Ukraine is so important. But they're going to end up folding. You know why? Because Russia has all the imports. They export. They are an export country. And Europe is going to freeze. The UK is going to starve. And they're going to freeze. Because you get your food, I would say the majority of your food and your oil from the country that you hate so much. And Russia doesn't talk shit to these people. They just go about their business. Ukraine in the Donbass is their business. It has nothing to do with America. Nothing. But America does a lot of shady shit over there, so maybe it is about their business. And NATO is a joke. They're trying to add all these different countries in. But you're going to end up freeze. Those countries are going to freeze. And winter is going to come quicker there than it is here. What's good, Megan? Shout out to you. We have a goddamn they-them army. How are we going to fight anybody with a they-them army with rainbow flags, man? We're going to lose that war quickly. We're going to fold quickly. That's why China is getting rid of this effeminate, pushing of bullshit that's going on in entertainment and media. No more, you know? That's why, I want to say it, that's why George Soros and all of them feel threatened. Yeah, but let me tell you, Europe is going to freeze. It's definitely going to be, winter's definitely about to come for Europe and the UK.
As stressful as politics are, anyone with a platform needs to get involved. The ones in charge are writing the script for the uninformed.
Appreciate that, Luke Casely. I mean, I hear you on that. I've increased my watching of real news from all over the world and looking at the viewpoints. It does need to be addressed. That's why I try to put political commentary in my live streams or videos at times, but a lot of times people don't want to hear it, but they may have to hear it because I think things need to be said. We are going backwards fast. Yeah, TikTok, they don't, because they understand the damage that platforms like TikTok can do, right? But as far as politics is concerned, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Because I don't want to just do politics. I want a full on, all in channel. Got a bunch of channels there. Which one would I go? It's just about what channel would I do it on. Let's see. If I can find it. Okay. Yeah. Would it be here? No, I'll probably let y'all know. Hold on, can I? I'm gonna look it up on the time. Shout out to Gerard.
America needs to go back to a laissez-faire mindset. Worrying about someone else's problems means you can't pull yourself out of your own hole.
Right. Appreciate it, man. And we are in a deep hole right now. We are down really badly right now. Okay, I guess it'd be this one. Yeah, it'll probably be archived here. Shout out to Gerard. Y'all go subscribe to that channel. I may put it on that one. It's one of my oldest channels. I got some old like mid-tower red pill content videos up there. Not mine, but it was some repost. But yeah, I'm thinking of getting into the politics more and more because I think certain things need to be said. I think we are treading on very dangerous waters with these countries, man. America is trying to build an alliance to bully other countries. But they found people who were ready to call their bluff, man. See, this ain't Iraq. This ain't Syria. By the way, Assad is still in power out there in Syria. He is still in power. They tried everything to destroy that man and get him out of power, and he's still there. America threw everything but the kitchen sink at him. Still there. The channel is in the chat room. You will see it? JDB Media TV. One of my oldest channels. Channel has been dormant for years. But I think, it needs to be a clear-cut political channel. And I'm not about to start one from the ground up. I got like a bunch of them just sitting. So it's the JDB Media TV. And I may start putting political content up very soon. I think it needs to be done. From my perspective, because I've sat back and I've listened to people, and I'm saying to myself, y'all talk about everything except for the major problem that we have going on. And the major problem is that this country is trying to fight two nuclear powers. Two nuclear powers. Like, what are you doing? This is, and they're doing it because America has to be number one at all costs. But what about your people? You got a bunch of homeless people that don't have a place to stay, that need to work, and you're just letting them. Now, I think Los Angeles is starting to, or California itself, maybe starting to, I would say get homeless off these streets, but y'all need to get them somewhere where they can work or or have some place to stay. The cost of living in states like California is outrageous. You really need to worry about America, because we won't have an America if it continues to deteriorate. All right? You have this blind hatred towards Russia, which is stupid to me, because Russia doesn't want any issues with us. But you're going to force them to defeat your army and make you look even worse. But see, that's the thing, though. This country has nuclear weapons, and they don't want to look bad on the world stage, so they may do something stupid. They may do something stupid. And once you do that, America, once you use nuclear, there's no going back. Because if they get hit, we're going to get hit. Do you unstable people here understand this? When you're trying to beef and start wars with nuclear countries, you don't think they can hit us back? And we do nothing to, actually solidify the defense of this country. All we do is send money to Ukraine and make these elderly politicians even richer. Say for Pakistan and India too. Y'all playing with fire, man. I just hope more people understand that, things are being set in motion for like World War III. While we sit around and talk about things and we create issues with each other, this country is like, to hell with the people. We don't care if they starve. We don't care if they can't put gas in their cars. We want to defeat this country. But when the last time have we outright won a freaking war? That we didn't bomb the entire country to claim victory. Bombing an entire country is not a war. It's you taking advantage of your military superiority. But that was a decade ago. You're not dealing with Libya. You're dealing with countries who are sophisticated, countries who have all types of weapons that we don't even know about. Just remember, the CV came out of China. Okay? It came out of China. That virus came out of China. Not saying that the Chinese government did that intentionally, but that was created there. So if they have that type of lab, you don't think they have thousands of other labs of other viruses they can unleash on the people? You got to think about the people, not yourselves and enriching yourselves. Instead of worrying about men in dresses going into the same bathrooms as women, or being able to teach your children about stuff they shouldn't be teaching your children about, or having men in dresses and wigs doing story times at school, which is the weirdest concept. Who came up with this concept? It's like, how all of a sudden schools want men in dresses and wigs reading to children. Russia is letting y'all talk your shit, is letting y'all say whatever you want about them, sanction them, cancel them. You won't allow their athletes to participate in sports. They're going to get you back. And they have already started. This is why you got countries that are panicking, like Germany, like some of these other countries, because they understand that it's going to be winter very soon there, and they're going to go cold. So Russia's letting y'all talk, but they know you can't back up none of the shit you're saying. They know you're going to come crawling back to them eventually. You're going to forget about Ukraine, and you're going to come crawling back to them, begging them for oil and for food. They can get their iPhones from China. That's where they come from anyway. They can get their Air Jordans and Nikes from China, straight from China. They don't have to get them from America. What is sanctioning them going to do? They can get most of the goods that we get, they can get from China. So what are the sanctions going to do? They can just get their stuff from China. Everything comes from China. I need to do politics. I think I'm getting more of a because I had no passion to do politics up until recently. They want us to go to war with 2 nuclear powers, man. That is the people we vote. Not me. Excuse me, not me. That's the people y'all voted in, not me. Y'all wanted this guy in so badly because you hated Donald Trump because he's arrogant and he tweets bad shit. No, whatever, man. No, it can't, man. And we going and these are competent countries led by competent, logical people. They're not emotional. You know how much abuse in the media the Russians have taken? And they haven't, they'll respond here and there, but they're not going to get angry and just start bombing people. But they did ban a bunch of American celebrities from their country. It's hilarious. It's crazy. Like the celebrating of Joe Biden, these people, y'all have no idea the amount of just the sheer destruction that's in the future. If these people remain in power, if we can get these people out of power, maybe we can salvage this country. But if these people remain in power any longer than they need to be, this country is going to look like a third world country. It's going to be ran by people who are going to be in these positions of power until they pass on. Yeah, I'm hearing people aren't even signing up for the military anymore. Even though the military could be perceived as a good career, forcing people to get the jab is not a way to recruit people. Forcing them to get into classes to learn pronouns and putting rainbow flags over military bases, they're like, why even try? That's why we got to think, people. We got to think, man. We have to. We got to be able to see what's going on, man, and fight back in our own way. We can't allow the bullshit to continue. And we have to be able to see the truth before it's too late. You got to be able to see the truth before it's too late. We don't want to be in a situation where we didn't see what happened coming. There's still time. I believe in you. Shout out to Swing Out Museum again. So our military is politicized to be PC and all inclusive. Next is drag queen recruitment. That's what it's gonna be, man. Bunch of dudes in dress and wigs pretending to be women, wanting to be in the military, man.
Our military is politicized to be PC and all-inclusive. Next is drag queen recruitment.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, man, because we need a strong military. We need a strong military. I think in some ways it is too late. All we can do is hope for the best. all we can really do at the end is hope for the best. That's all we can do is just, hope for the best and that things will go smoothly. Well, make sure y'all subscribe to the politics channel right there. One of my oldest channels. I had that channel since 2014. It was one of three I started at the same time. That way, if you don't lean middle or conservative, you might not want to go there because you might not like what I have to say. You know what, Brad? They used to say that it did. That our defense system could detect an enemy missile. I'm not so sure it can. Now you say that we can't. I don't think we can either. I think that we done spent way too much money warring with other countries instead of actually fixing the defense here. Now I've seen a map where they said that China was surrounded by American defensive positions, like military bases over near Taiwan. I'm telling you right now, America, if you fuck with China, man, we're going to lose in so many ways because that's where the majority of our goods come from. They got female Marines now. Haven't they had female Marines before? But that's because I think they lowered the bar as far as the testing goes. Like women they don't go through the same rigors as men. I mean, listen, if you're politically, open-minded about certain things, it'd be fine. But I noticed that when I make certain content, a lot of people who are like Democrat or liberal, they get very triggered. They get very triggered over the things that I say. They get very triggered. And I'm like, why are you getting triggered? I'm giving you common sense. Colin Kaepernick is a fraud. He does no interviews because he doesn't stand on anything real principled. He's just a guy who built a brand off being a loser and a failure of an NFL player that begs for a job, even though he calls it slavery. They definitely do. That's why Russia's not talking the same big game these other countries are, because they know what they have militarily. They haven't even used their best stuff yet. That's why I'm saying, why are you fucking with those people? Why are you messing with those good people? Over there messing with those nice people. But that's what we do. We always want to go and try to bully people. You know what happens to bullies, man. When they take one on the chin, they never recover. When a bully takes one swing once he takes that hit to the chin, he never fully recovers. His whole world is rocked. And you over there messing with them people. The best thing we could do is leave Ukraine to its own situation and move on and try to fix the issues that we got going on here. Why are you sending all this money over there when you could be using that money to fix this country? We just went through a lockdown that destroyed a lot of businesses. Why don't we focus on that? I mean, you know what? A dark path, that wouldn't surprise me. China got a lot of stuff going on over there that we don't know about. That's why I don't understand why we are trying to goat them into some type of confrontation. Like, you do know they're right, that they're that close to us. You do know that, right? Like, why are you trying to get into any type of situation with them is beyond me. I don't care how many military bases you got. And they do have a lot of them over there. They have a lot, I'm saying, all up and down the Pacific. Or defensive positions. Shout out to everybody that's here. I appreciate y'all being here, man. Shout out to everybody that's here. We have to definitely check these American heifers who hate the country that they are in, but they love the perks of being American. They love the perks of being American. Oh, they love the perks of being American. But they hate America, which is, it's like, what? But that's true. They hate America, but they love the perks. They love the perks. All right, people, I appreciate y'all being here. That's it for me. Hopefully y'all had a good July 4th celebrating this great country, whether some of you like it or not. If it wasn't great, you wouldn't be here, all right? Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like the stream and share it. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good rest of your night. It's about 12, so it's like early in the morning. I'll see y'all next one. All right.